In the latest twist on General Hospital, multiple lives are hanging in the balance as Elizabeth Baldwin, Lucky Spencer, Alexis Davis, and Christina Corinthos Davis find themselves entwined in a dark conspiracy. As the tangled web of deception, blackmail, and betrayal unfolds, these characters must work together to stop the dangerous duo of Rick Lansing and Ava Jerome before they ruin everything. In this high-stakes drama, the choices made by these characters will have lasting consequences, and their fates are more intertwined than ever. Lucky's burden. The secrets he can't keep. Lucky Spencer has been carrying a heavy burden, one that was finally revealed in the June 2nd episode of General Hospital. After a devastating car accident involving his sister, Christina, and Rick, Lucky decided to protect his family, choosing not to report Christina's involvement in the sabotage of Rick's vehicle. The guilt of this decision weighs heavily on him, as he admits to Elizabeth that his actions could lead to criminal charges. Yet, despite the grave risk to his own future, Lucky is resolute in his choice to protect Christina, a decision that shows his loyalty to family, even when it's clearly a misguided one. However, the revelation of his secret is only the tip of the iceberg. While Elizabeth shows understanding and sympathy toward Lucky's dilemma, she is also left reeling from the deeper implications of his actions. Lucky's admission comes at a crucial moment, as Elizabeth is already grappling with the emotional fallout from Rick's lies about the car accident and his role in manipulating events for personal gain. Lucky's confession marks the beginning of a new chapter in their relationship, one that will test the very foundations of their trust. Rick and Ava. A deadly partnership. Rick Lansing and Ava Jerome, two characters who are no strangers to manipulation and deceit, are at the heart of the blackmail plot that threatens to destroy everything. Rick has always been a master at playing people for his own advantage, and his return to Port Charles has only strengthened his resolve to reclaim the things he lost, especially Elizabeth. His obsession with her is not only about rekindling their past romance but also about gaining control of the Cassadine fortune, a goal that drives his ruthless actions. Ava, ever the opportunist, has joined forces with Rick, using her cunning to further their shared ambitions. Together, they've set their sights on blackmailing Alexis and Christina, with devastating consequences for both women. Ava holds the incriminating video of Christina cutting the brakes on Rick's car, a piece of evidence that could ruin Christina's life if it were ever exposed. Meanwhile, Rick's relentless pursuit of Elizabeth clouds his judgment, pushing him further into Ava's manipulative grip. As the pressure builds, both Rick and Ava find themselves playing a dangerous game of cat and mouse, where one wrong move could lead to their downfall. Elizabeth and Lucky. The plan to take down Rick and Ava. In the face of such treachery, Elizabeth and Lucky begin to formulate a plan to take down Rick and Ava. Elizabeth, who is already disgusted by Rick's role in the accident and his alliance with Ava, sees this as an opportunity to not only protect her loved ones but also to expose Rick for the manipulative liar he is. The idea to stage a breakup between Elizabeth and Lucky is proposed, with the hope of luring Rick into a false sense of security. If Rick believes that he has a chance to win back Elizabeth's affection, it could be the perfect setup to turn the tables on him. This plan, while risky, could lead to Rick and Ava turning on each other, unraveling their partnership. Ava, driven by jealousy and resentment toward Elizabeth, would not hesitate to retaliate if she believes that Rick is moving closer to Elizabeth. The tension between Rick and Ava is already at a breaking point, and Elizabeth and Lucky's plan could be the catalyst that destroys their fragile alliance. The stakes are high, and the consequences of failure are dire. But for Elizabeth and Lucky, this is their best chance to finally put an end to Rick and Ava's manipulative scheme. Alexis and Christina. The legal and personal fallout. Meanwhile, Alexis and Christina's involvement in the blackmail plot is not without consequences. Alexis, a brilliant lawyer, has managed to cover her tracks well, but the pressure is mounting as questions arise about the missing $10 million from Ace Cassidyne's trust fund. Laura Collins, ever the vigilant investigator, has started to ask uncomfortable questions, putting Alexis in a difficult position. Alexis may have bought herself some time, but the truth is always just one slip away, and if it comes to light, both she and Christina could face severe legal repercussions. The threat of imprisonment looms large, especially for Christina, whose actions could lead to charges of attempted murder. Alexis, already having lost her law license once, faces the very real possibility of losing it again if she is caught in the web of embezzlement and blackmail. But the stakes are even higher for Christina, whose future hangs in the balance. Alexis must weigh her options carefully, continue down this dangerous path, or find a way to extricate herself and Christina from this web of lies before it's too late. A final showdown. The truth must come out. As the plot thickens, it's clear that something must be done to stop Rick and Ava from continuing their blackmail scheme. Elizabeth's deception will undoubtedly sting Rick's ego, but in the long run, it may be Alexis and Christina who are forced to come clean. The truth about Christina's role in the car sabotage and the missing money may be the only way to truly stop Rick and Ava's destructive plans. However, this comes with its own set of risks. Will Alexis and Christina find a way to break free from the trap they're in, or will they be forced to live with the consequences of their actions? The road ahead is uncertain, and as the tension continues to rise, the fate of these characters remains in the balance. Elizabeth, Lucky, Alexis, and Christina may find themselves at odds with each other, but in the end, their shared goal of stopping Rick and Ava could unite them in a battle they cannot afford to lose. The question now is whether they can outmaneuver their enemies before it's too late, and whether the truth will finally set them free or destroy everything they hold dear.